we're walking in the streets. Like a friend of mine literally got slapped by this man.
Welcome to another episode of Pop Culture. First things first, please subscribe to the channel, guys. We're trying to reach.
It's on my side.
So on mobile it's this side and on this desktop it's this side. But at the end of the day,
subscribe, basically. So it's a new month. This month we're talking about different issues relating to the current violence that's sweeping South Africa, mostly, I guess. By storm, the abduction of women, the violence towards women, and we're going to be touching on topics like men are trash and just a whole lot of different things that are affecting us as young women. So we know that recently there was a murder of a young lady named Karabo Mokoena, and there was a whole storm on social media. There were some people that were saying that she should have left. Why didn't she leave? She only stayed with him for the money. She deserves whatever. She knew that he was abusive. She should have left during like the first time he hit her. What are your thoughts on these opinions?
I just feel like everybody likes to shoulda, coulda, woulda, and it's like we don't know what she's been through, and like I just feel I've never been abused before, but from the conversations that I've had with family, because I've had a family member who was abused by their partner, and it starts as an emotional and a mental form of abuse where you're literally almost like made to feel little and made to not necessarily like depend on the person, but it starts small and then it manifests into other things. So the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of she shoulda left, she shoulda, she might have even had those conversations with herself, but that's not the conversation we're having. At the end of the day, something painful, something like unspeakable really happened to her, happened to her family, her friends. Like that's a life that like we can't get back. And the sad thing is just there's many more. And I think that for me is painful, and especially having like gone through or like listening to stories about my family member who went through abuse. It's painful. Like it's painful, and a lot of I had family people who'd be like, did you notice anything? The person is not going to show their true colors in front of you. They're going to pretend to be these amazing people. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, they're doing the most. So I can't stand those kinds of tweets because I'm just like, you don't know what she was going through. We don't know half of the things. We don't know who she was trying to reach out to, trying to get out of the situation. But I don't think it's as easy as just deciding, and I'm going. She probably wanted to, and she probably tried, but she could have been threatened. Like, and those are the things that you'll hear like in movies and in news or whatever, like where the person will threaten to kill your family if you leave, like all these drastic. So I'm just like, we don't know. You don't get to talk. Like,
it's a gruesome thing, and I feel like Abantu they've just made it this small thing. Like, why aren't you had a fight with a friend, and now like why can't you just like make up? Like it's so complex, and I think it's very easy for us to just take it at face value because you're just reading the story, and Abantu are not really taking time to want to try and understand and to also be compassionate. Because you're feeling like now you don't have to always be part of the conversation. You don't always have to have something to say because that's where you're going to just just say shit that doesn't make sense and need to be mentioned. My last point I'd like to add is also, I think it's very unfair how I feel like female problems are always questioned. Excuse me. It's always like but maybe you should have, I have to always validate my experience. I always have to get someone that'll be like, yeah, it could actually happen. Like, I can't just tell you a story and you can just take that and understand that that's a thing that happened to me. You gotta be like, oof, but girl, like, did he really touch? Bitch, I said he touched me. I said he beat me. I said he said something that made me feel a certain type of way. I don't have to give reference and supporting evidence for me to just have a statement and tell you in this sentence that this is what happened.
I mean, now that women are, well, let me not say now that women are, but I think it's come to light more that women are under basically attack What are your thoughts when people are saying, you know, you need to be really vigilant and make sure that you
What's
watch
vigilant?
where you're going?
Vigilant.
Excuse me.
Our whole lives we've been vigilant.
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean?
Guys.
I've had to be vigilant since I was 6 years old.
Ever since I was born.
So
guys, mothers condition us, or not mothers, the way we're brought up for females. This is my personal experience. There's things that are put in place or done to you and for you by you to make sure that you are never placing yourself in harm's way. You can't go out after 6. You should be back. Don't wear that dress. Wear the skirt. Hambi esontweni nami all the time. Don't leave my side. I am constantly made to be aware of the fact that my life is in danger. So really, I can never forget that. I know what's happening. I need to now. I gotta go to the bathroom with my babies. I gotta do this. I can't.
And every day there's a new thing.
There's never a time where I can forget to be vigilant. Like, so for you to tell me that I should be.
Also, as you know, sometimes
Really?
a lot of the time, like when men say this, especially, I'm just like, you guys actually really don't understand. You guys really, really,
And you don't want to.
really don't understand.
And you don't want to. That's what's upsetting.
Like,
you don't want to.
you
get
wake
it.
up in the morning and you'll be walking the street going to work and you see a construction site. You know for damn sure you're gonna get a whistle. You like, I know, I walk on the street and I see 2 men coming
It's
down.
guaranteed.
In my mind I'm like, something might happen. And you constantly have to be aware. You walk at the taxi rank and a man's gonna pull you. We literally, this one time last year, this guy literally ran after seeing Tembi and then like ran in front of us and he was just like, I just want to speak to her. And it's like, Pops, thanks, but no thanks. We just want to go now. And he wouldn't stop pulling, doing like thousands of things. And same thing even happened when I was in first year. We were walking in the streets, like a friend of mine literally got slapped by this man. And because we were like, he literally was following us on the streets and we were just like, my guy, like, please can you leave us alone? And so my friend sort of stood in front of him and was kind of like, dude, like, wamvala ngempama, like the realest slap. And it was like, what just happened? So that's what I'm saying, like, you guys don't know what we have to deal with. And like more and more and more spaces, we need to be even more like now more than ever, which is even scary. Because the thing is, for me, I feel like these cases with the missing girls and stuff, it's just now, it's always been happening. It's just that now we physically are seeing more of these cases. More people are championing behind. You know what? Me going to the police station clearly is not enough. Now I need to be putting these on the streets to find my daughter because the cops are not helping me in any kind of way. People are finding cars in 2 seconds because of Twitter. So it's just like, you as men don't understand and know where we're coming from half of the time.
Every single day, umuntu wesifazane, I can guarantee you, has a thing that happens to them. Every single day. Men, question. How many times can you tell me where you have been pulled, whistled at, baby, wasn't
But
sexy?
have you seen the ones on Twitter who will say,
Or you're gonna tell me that I should smile? Or
babes, have you seen the ones on Twitter where they, like, I think I saw a tweet this other time where it was like this guy, I don't know, I think in the club or something like that, they tapped his ass, whatever, and then he was like, I understand. What do you now understand?
Okay.
What do you now understand? So, baby girl touched your ass and now you understand.
Now you get it. Okay, cool.
The plight that we were facing. You get it now.
The everyday one. Okay, cool.
Well, that was episode 1. That was episode 1. Thank you guys very much for watching. Basically this month really we just want to get into it because it is happening. We've seen a couple of people ask us to talk about this. And so we just felt that this would be the time. And I think as young people...
And it's Youth Month.
Yeah, so as young people, and I think it's time for our generation of men to really actually make a change.
Get it
So
the fuck
I think this is just our version of just saying basically enough is enough. And this whole month we're basically going to be talking about this and unpacking it from different perspectives, talking to different people. And again, obviously, we know that the content is sensitive. So please do leave your comments below if you do have anything that you want to share. If there are any sort of practitioners out there who might have a more professional perspective for us to share, please do comment below as well. We'd love to have a more in-depth educational conversation versus sharing of opinions. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do click subscribe and share and share and share. But subscribe to all the women out there who are really just going through it all. Please speak to somebody who is closest to you. Try and find a way, and it's not your fault. It is not your fault. Don't ever think that it's your fault. It literally is not your fault. So strength to all the women that are out there that are really going through it all. Even if you feel like your case is smaller than the next person's, it's yours. But babes, push through it and speak to whoever is available to speak to. Even we are here in the comment sections, emails and the things. I'm not saying that we necessarily can help medically or whatever, but I think it's just time for us women to come together and support each other through these difficult times, because clearly a lot of things around us are letting us down. So
men,
we need to hold each other's hands. But again, guys, thank you very much for watching.
Didn't you fall the other day? Ranky. This is not your year.
I don't want to talk about the taxi ride.
You've got to let that one go.
Ow.
Sorry, Nikki. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it.
Taxi falling angazi.
They are my school kids.
Okay. I fell in their arms essentially.
Ghanaians would say, is that Ghana? What they had to do was put respect on your name.
And then the man behind me goes.
Yes, they're so slam.
Okay. Are you okay? I'm
Can
gone.
you ever trust men to do anything? No.
Of course not. They left me behind in the rain. What do you mean?